Oh, no, I think it's all. Mine's intimidating me too. I just wanted to first thank you guys for planning this and for making this possible, and then thank each of you guys for dedicating your Friday night to hearing to what we have to offer. Like I said, our project is called HmongStory40 because we measured it from 75 to 2015, will be exactly 15 years in history. And it's a milestone, but it's really just an excuse to address a lot of the things that are missing in our community. I think if you ask any of your relatives, any of your kids, any of your brothers and sisters who are between 15 and 20 years old, what it means to be Hmong, or what is Hmong history, they'll just give you a big question mark because they don't really know. And it's such a big missing piece of our history that I think that without that piece, I think that people don't really reach their full potential. So part of what we're doing is a national effort. There's a team in Minnesota also doing their own little project like this, which celebrates also 4 years as well. I'll just kind of go over the 6 components. If you took a shirt, they're kind of detailed there. And the first 2 components are a photo and artifacts exhibit. So they're basically going to be, we're engaging the community to find different photos that kind of symbolize their own unique stories, artifacts that symbolize what has happened in the last 40 years. How we're structuring the exhibit is it's going to be in 4 phases. So like life in Laos, which is Laos, where the Hmong experience before the war, Laos in the Secret War, which is the second component. Refugee camps is the third component, and then California. What have we done in California? And that's how the structure of the exhibit will be.
This is very important.
Okay. So our third exhibit, or component, is going to be stories. So we're opening this up to anybody pretty much who wants to participate. We're going to leverage it through the distant year contest as well, and then in Fresno, throughout the state pretty much. And this component is designed to have anybody engage their own history. So if you can tell like a young kid to interview their mom and dad, their grandparents, to really find out about what their life was like through this experience. And then they can write either an essay, a short story, a poem, or do a short documentary. And then it's really designed to just have them engage their own history. And we're going to have a committee that kind of reviews that, and then we're giving away 20 stipends of $500 each as a way to kind of encourage them to engage their own history. Our fourth component is a fine arts exhibit. And this component is made up of different various active artists, but it serves as like a think tank. And so we want to do an exhibit, but create art that photographs can't really capture, because a lot of the stories that you hear are like when they're running from Laos into Thailand, a lot of parents would feed their kids oatmeal, so that the kids wouldn't cry, they wouldn't be detected by the enemy. And then a lot of times, like, kids die. So we want to paint, have a think tank and paint a picture like that would depict what that was like, those kinds of things that you just can't capture in a photograph. Our fifth component is a refugee mural. And this one here, we're going to do a massive drive to have anybody who has these types of pictures there. Because when you're going through that process, they assign you a number, like a page number, and then there's thousands of those that exist in the communities.
Raise your hand if you have a refugee picture. All right. So the mural, this thing here. All right. Everyone who came through the application process that can take a picture with a number and or documented as part of that process. And what we want to do is, instead of using that picture as something, I want to say, sometimes social negative, we want to turn it into something actually beautiful. So what was it that, where did you start, right? So a lot of you have a photo, that one photo that you kept with you, we actually want to turn it into a mural. So we'll be asking you to send it in, and we want to make it into something beautiful.
Yes, something that just kind of includes everybody, something really belonging. And then the sixth component you see there as the fashion exhibit. But that one, it kind of, it traces back to the real ethnic origins of each style. So like we would actually acquire the actual attire. We'd have a model that's photographed wearing the clothes, and then we'd have a little write-up, and then behind it we'd have a big map of Southeast Asia, and then like if your family wore this kind of style, then you're originated from this part of Southeast Asia. So it's a real, kind of trace your origins that way. I mean, you say that why is it important? I mean, I think that as a person, I think, when you get into a really critical point where you question yourself and you dig down deep and you go, well, do I have the goods to really overcome this kind of thing? Can I actually become a doctor? I think if you dig down really deep and you can't find anything there, a lot of people collapse, and they give up on that kind of episode. But I think that having history, having awareness of where you came from, where you were, I think that empowers a lot of people. And across the generations, I mean, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to build bridges between multiple generations. Because if you ask young kids about their parents, they're just really ashamed that their parents don't speak English, because that's the value system that's placed on them. And a lot of the stuff, I mean, you're getting young generations to engage older generations, and then you're getting older generations to pass on stories that are critical to building the future, So that's kind of it. Did I miss anything?
How do they get involved?
Okay, we have samples of other pictures that we collected so far, but I mean, this is a really good opportunity for everybody to have ownership in this project, because each of you are a part of our history. You know what I mean? Each of you guys have to take ownership in the destiny of what it is that we're doing. How you get involved, we have all different levels. I mean, you can be part of a group here that collects data, collects photographs, collects all kinds of different things. I mean, just volunteer. We're laying everything out, and you can spread the word about the context. Just encourage young kids to ask their parents about their history. Find the refugee photographs. We just want to provide this venue as a platform for conversations about identity, about heritage, about where we came from, about where we are going. So that's
Thank you, Laura.
So Lara's going to be here. He's going to, he's actually stationed over here. He'll be able to answer any questions you may have regarding the different exhibit. If you want to contribute, if you want to have questions about how it's going to work, Lara's here.